My goodness. I apologize the last live stream, but as I said, the area that I'm in, unfortunately, right towards the end there, has some really poor connection. So, continuing on, we will be discussing trigger points today. Now, for anyone who has ever had body work done, whether that be massage, physical therapy, PNF stretching, anything of that sort, or even if you just rub yourself, you will notice areas that basically most often are referred to as knots. Now, the proper medical term for this is trigger points. Trigger points are essentially what happens when a bundle of muscles winds up getting really tight due to stress, trauma, overuse, things of that sort. And the body automatically tries to protect those areas. So when they stay tight for an extended period of time, and I mean several days to several weeks, obviously, yes, a lot of people don't even know what trigger points are, sadly. But essentially, when they are kept in a state of tension like that for an extended period of time, the body will create more collagen to go around and protect that area, which turns into scar tissue. Now, the problem with that is, even though the body is trying to protect that area, what's happening is it's actually keeping it in a state of tension. And it just keeps producing more and more collagen on that area, and it keeps it in a state of tension, which is why they don't go away on their own. I am not surprised by that in the slightest. A lot of people have trigger points very commonly in the shoulder areas as well as the neck. Because of the way that we are forced to live our day-to-day lives, from driving to being on the computer to messaging on the phone, especially people who work desk jobs, anything where you're kind of hunched over all the time, that creates a lot of tension in the shoulders. It also creates a lot of tension in the pectorals, actually. But that will cause a lot of trigger points to spring up in the shoulders as well as the neck. I can't tell you how many people I have worked on, even just doing chair massage. I'll work their neck and their shoulders, and I'll find trigger points all over the place. Thankfully, there are many different ways that you can deal with trigger points. The way that I was taught was to apply pressure to the trigger point. You'll find the trigger point, you'll warm up the muscle tissue to make sure that it's actually warmed up and ready to actually be molded and malleable, is that the word I'm thinking of? Pliable? Either way. And then you put pressure down onto the trigger point up to the client's level of 7.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Now, it is very important, as I discussed last time I discussed massage, that the client is very clear on when they reach that number. It is up to them, not the therapist. But once you reach that 7.5, the it hurts so good level, that means that you have reached the proper area, and you hold it there until it eventually winds up going down to around a 3 or 4. Then you massage the area again a little bit, and you repeat this process 2 more times. On the third time, once it goes back down to a 3 or 4, you will then massage the area to kind of help loosen everything up and get some more blood flowing to that area. Because what the pressure does is it essentially asphyxiates the muscle and forces it to release to allow more blood flow to that area to help relax and release all those muscles and all that tension. Now, it is intense. I am not going to lie. Trigger point therapy is a very intense thing to go through, and it can be fairly painful, but it is well worth it. The way you feel once you are done with it, oh, wonderful. Now, there are plenty of other ways that can be applied to help get rid of trigger points. By the way, Daddy Daughter Broadcasting, David, is the one that we have referred to as Uncle Monkey in past videos. So he's the one that you suggested we start a channel for called Uncle Monkey. Hey, I know, maybe we'll call it Uncle Monkey Broadcasting or something to that effect. Anyway, so the kind of treatment that I am getting personally right now at the place where I do massage, because it is a medical clinic, I actually get work done on me on a regular basis. I constantly get chiropractic adjustments. I have several different kinds of physical therapy I do. And I also get trigger point injections. Those are intense. Those are even more so intense than the pressure method that I have talked about recently. What they do is they essentially will stick a needle into the trigger point and then inject a certain type of fluid into that area to help break it up, numb the area, and cause the muscles to relax. It's a little cocktail, pretty much, of things like lidocaine and other medicines like that. So once that has all done what it needs to do, that'll typically help to relax that trigger point so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Oh yeah. Let me tell you, the most intense trigger point injections I ever got were right here in the temporalis and right here on the corner of the masseter. One on each side, all on the same day. I mean, yes, they hurt, but it was more kind of the psychological thing of watching someone come towards your head with a big needle. That's where it was a real mind trip, so to speak. I still get chills thinking about it. But yes, trigger point injections are quite common, and they are extremely effective. And those are the two most common methods that I know of in regards to dealing with trigger points. All right. I don't want to be rude and leave you guys hanging, so I am about to get gas. I will go ahead and cut this live stream off here, but I might go ahead and do a little bit of recording later on today. So either way, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you very much for watching through 2 live streams instead of just the first one. Let's see, I said a lot of the day I'm going to ask my therapist to give me some needle trigger point therapy. There's also dry needling. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I wanted to say before I actually left, I apologize for that, was needle trigger point therapy is often called dry needling. And I have had dry needling as well, actually. Hello, yeah, it's me. Nice to see you here. And no, I'm actually using my phone for this one. I don't have anywhere to set a camera in my car, sadly. But dry needling, which is similar to acupuncture, is essentially where they will take a needle and they will go into the trigger point and scrape off the scar tissue from around the trigger point to release it. That is even worse than the needle point injections because the needle is going around that extremely tender area. And let me tell you, it's not fun. I had to have 3 separate treatments on my low back in order to get a very nasty trigger point taken care of down there. Okay. fueled up and ready to go. Start? Thank you. So yes, those are 3 different techniques that I know of that you can use to help with trigger points. There's the pressure technique, there are trigger point injections, and there is, of course, dry needling. All of 3 are very intense, with dry needling probably being the most intense out of all of them. Whereas, from what I know, acupuncture more goes along the meridians of the body rather than to the specific points, though there are, of course, acupuncture points along the meridians that you can use as well. But that's going to be a subject for that's going to be a topic for another time. Well, you just got out of work, and I've still got, let's see, an hour or so left for me to work, so it's going to be a fun night. Hopefully we'll be a little more busy. We've been really slow today. But yes, I would like to get a lot more of these live streams out, and specifically, I would like to be able to put out more information regarding massage, so people know and have more information about it and about its medical uses. So those are going to be coming to you very soon. I am very thankful for everyone who has been watching and who is currently watching. But I need to go ahead and end this live stream now so I can get back in. Please do not run in front of my car. Sorry, group of kids on the side of the road there that look like they're about to run in front of me. Anyway, got some more work to do, so I'm going to go ahead and say good night. Thank you all for watching. This is Bowmaster619 out. I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned for Bug Buffet coming soon. Take care.